Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome to GRID Autosport. Let's press start to begin. GRID Autosport, naturally, the sequel, kind of the reboot, I suppose you could say, of GRID 2, just released today. What is today? Today will be, in the future, Tuesday, June 24th, 2014. I must say that Codemasters was kind enough to actually give me a review copy of GRID Autosport. I've been playing it for the last couple weeks or so, testing it out behind the scenes under NDA. I could not discuss or share things about it, but I'm here to actually begin a Let's Play, obviously, of the career mode, much like we did with GRID 2 and the dirt games and whatnot. But also, I suppose, as you know, since they gave me a review copy, I feel it's probably my duty to offer a little bit of my review. So we'll be doing that today. There'll be a little bit of, I'm going to explore some of the menus to show you guys, but we're actually going to start a Let's Play here. I don't think that much is going to change. I can actually not fathom how much is going to change between now, when I'm recording this, and when the game is released on Tuesday. But hopefully not that much, and hopefully, honestly, my save maintains beyond that. But yeah, here we are, GRID Autosport. The first question, I suppose, that you might be asking, as per a review of this game, is it better than GRID 2? I can say yes. Yes, it is a better game than GRID 2. If you watch my GRID 2 Let's Play, you will realize I was not too enthralled and thrilled about the way that game portrayed itself. Much further into the arcade style of racing game than the origins of the GRID series. It actually started out as the Toka Race Driver series from Codemasters. The last one, Toka Race Driver 3, one of my favorite old racing games, and ever since it turned into GRID 2 kind of took the path of Dirt to Dirt Showdown. Kind of not too great. Very drift happy. Could be fun at times, but otherwise, for someone like myself who prefers the simulator style racing, not a direction, or not a move in the correct direction, but it seems they've listened to feedback. Codemasters have. And a lot of what they've been saying is like, yeah, we made a few wrong choices here, and we hear the feedback. Let's revise this and bring out GRID 2. Let's take a quick look at the menu options. Your driver details are pretty much the same. You get to say your name. I, unfortunately, now am in the 31 to 40-year-old age category. I am no longer 21 to 30. And I'm going with Wolf as my audio name. It used to be Ice, and with the F1 games it's Iceman, but Wolf is now available. Mac isn't, unfortunately, but Wolf is, and apparently Kurt means wolf in Scandinavian or something. Everybody tells me like 16 times on Twitter every single day. Wolf! Yes, I get it. Thank you. Options. You'll be interested to know that I'm actually using my controller. In the past week I've been playing around with this. I've tried the racing wheel, and I can't get it to feel right. So you might be seeing a little bit of a trend here. They have gone towards the simulator side, more towards the simulator side of racing games, but they're not all the way there yet. Certainly not Assetto Corsa, and perhaps I'm spoiled by the accuracy of the input controls in Assetto Corsa that it just doesn't feel right here in GRID Autosport, but maybe eventually we'll try that. But yeah, I'm using the Gamepad controller, the Logitech F310. All the controls are pretty much basic. You don't need to see that. Vibration, I don't have vibration. Gameplay, there's this new camera shake thing. By default, it's at 100%, and it might give me a seizure, so I've turned that down. Basically, when you get hit or when you take turns or go over rumble strips, the camera shakes like crazy, and it's a little bit much. I'm not sure what tilt is. We might fiddle with that eventually, but something remains, however, with the Codemasters tradition, in that many of the volume controls cannot go lower than 50%. I don't know why. I don't know why they do this. They must think, why would anybody want to play a game and have the volume go less than 50%? True, but by not giving us the option, you're eliminating the few people who do want to do that. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody out there who likes the effects to be completely off and only likes the sound of their engine. I don't know. But that makes it a little bit hard for doing multiplayer, because then we have to end up turning down the audio on the Windows side so that we can hear, say, you know, Beef or somebody else we're playing against on Skype or something. This is pretty cool. There's I honestly don't remember if this was an option in Grid 2. There's a second screen. If you have a second monitor, I'm not going to do this because it'll screw up my recording. You can post a different, you know, have your other screen in use, and it will basically act like the TV, like a TV information broadcast. It'll show you the standings, your lap speeds. It'll have a little camera, so it'll show you like the external views while you're racing. I'm not sure how useful that'll be to glance over while you're racing, but that's kind of cool. That's kind of an interesting thing to look at. I'm going to show you my settings here. It feels, Grid Autosport, going with the review theme, feels a little bit better optimized than Grid 2 did. And I suppose we'll find out when we actually get into the races. And I think it's probably because they've taken more of a realistic circuit racing approach. There's no more of the fireworks at the end of the race. No more confetti and weird flashy effects that we had in Grid 2. I think. So I feel like it runs a lot smoother, so I'm actually able to run most of the stuff on full ultra. Some of the more advanced shading and lighting things I've disabled. My computer is 2 years old. I do only have, my graphics card is a NVIDIA, is it a 460 or a 560? It's an old graphics card, but I'm still able to run most of the stuff on high and get steady 60 frames per second, and here's the options for that second screen. Broadcast high quality. Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, there's my options in case you wanna see those to kind of compare them to yourselves. Obviously not the cars and the scenery, not to the high quality level of detail that you can find in Assetto Corsa, or what is being advertised for a game like the car. What's that game? Project Cars. You know, still Grid quality. It's still the same engine that Grid 2 was in. This is something I can see that has been taken from a game like Forza. Changing the difficulty actually changes your XP. It gives you a little bit of a buff. And I think this was something I complained about in Grid 2, is like, okay, I could play on hard and give myself a challenge and get really frustrated, but there's no, where's the bonus? Why would I want to do this? I don't get additional money or whatever the credits were in Grid 2. So here there is actually a point. And I am going to try playing on hard. By reducing or turning off flashbacks, you get more of a XP bonus. Same thing with having any assists on and the racing line. Race length, however, which is nice. Sometimes I feel like a 3-lap race is kind of short. But for some reason, adjusting the race length doesn't change your total XP bonus, which is interesting. But that's a cool option to have added. And the rest is just achievements and whatnot. There was a DLC store, split screen mode. Obviously, this is also going to be on consoles. A custom cup. This is basically your single race, where you can set up any sort of single race or multi-race kind of series. You can set up custom on your own. Endurance, open wheel, tuner, street racing. Demolition Derby is not a DLC. It is already in the game. I haven't tried that out yet. We'll have to try that out with some multiplayer, I think. You know, you got different circuits. One of the things they really push in this game is how many circuits they have and variations on the circuits. It seems like they've taken a lot of the racetracks that they have licenses for in their F1 series and put that into this game, which is great. Like I said, more focus on the racing. Online, not going to show that yet. We'll have different videos with online with our friends, obviously. But let's actually start a career. I'm sorry, once again, I'm getting millions of comments. God, it took you 10 minutes to get to the game. I told you from the get-go, I'm trying to kind of review, because this is a review copy of the game, and also start the Let's Play. Just be patient. You can there's a little timeline thing, even on mobile on YouTube. You can skip parts of the video. That's fine. But let's start a career here, and we'll show you what things they have improved, and perhaps what things might be still a little bit disappointing. Right now, start the career. Season 25. I don't know why that shows. Next event, touring. All right. I hope it reset. I tried this out, but I'm hoping... Yeah, okay. Woo! Music that I hope is not copywritten. It sounds like custom music for Grid. There's the Grid Garage. There's ladies, we're getting in the car.
Okay, 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, loud and clear. Breaker 19, Roger, Roger. Surely you can't be serious. Alright, and as with standard grid, in standard grid fashion, you're thrust into a race before you really even have a chance to get a grip of things, both literally and figuratively. We are in the Hockenheimring, which is something we are familiar with from Formula 1. Familiar with in a loose sense as I go careening into the grass. Excuse me. I have damage on, but this is just kind of an intro race. So, I think it looks like I have infinite flashbacks so that I can just get used to the racing. Maybe I should turn ABS on. I'm finding I'm locking up the tires quite frequently. What place am I in? 11th? Oh, I don't know that I needed to really slow down for that turn. But yeah, you'll notice right away is that less of the driftiness. Well, there's a little bit there. Oh, God. Oh, lordy. Less drifty, more understeer prone. And you'll actually see in a moment when we start that they've actually included the ability to kind of fine-tune your car. Oh God, oh dear Lord. Okay, let's use a flashback. So yeah, if you maybe you like the driftiness, there are options. You can change the brake bias and different setups for your car, which in Grid 2, you're basically given a car and this is how this car performs. Good luck. Enjoy. All right, we've got another lap. The standings in this race don't really matter. So yeah, let's see here. What do we got? Okay, the little bit of a further back.
You're on pace. Make
Whoa.
some gains on that too.
Whoa, scripted event. Some of those scripted events. I wonder if that just happens here in this intro race, or if that will continue to happen. Hopefully there are more scripted crashes ahead of me, so I can gain positions. I'm in the top 10. That's not bad. You're probably wondering, Kurt, one of the things that they conceded about Grid 2 is that they omitted the in-car view. Whoa! Alright, that's gonna require a flashback. Perhaps you could show us the in-car view, Kurt. Well, I can. You're going to be very disappointed. It's better than nothing, but it's not great. Let me see. Alright. The hood view is good. I like the hood view. That's something I raced a lot with in Grid 2. Yeah, you get a nice angle here. This is the first in-car view, and honestly, if I was racing with the steering wheel, I would race with this. Because, as I'll show you once I get through this turn here and onto the straightaway, this is the actual in-car view. Yeah. Not, hi, guy! Just, slather some Vaseline on your glasses and hop into your car, and that's pretty much what we've got. Blurry, out of focus, low resolution, can't read any dials. Usually when people play with an in-car view, they actually like to turn off the HUD and use the in-car dials and speedometers and stuff like that. So
You've just seen a glimpse of what awaits you.
yes.
And now you're about to take
A
the
very
first
blurry
steps in your motorsports
dashboard of a
career.
glimpse.
Your goal? Take on each of the cross-discipline Grid Championships, culminating in the Grid Legends Series. Competitions that only the best can compete in, and only a champion can win. But first, you'll have to race for increasingly more demanding and prestigious teams.
Prestigious.
Through the proving grounds of ever tougher championships.
pronounced prestigious.
Spanning 5 single disciplines across touring, open wheel, endurance, tuner, and street racing. Welcome to the ultimate motorsports challenge. Welcome to GRID Autosport.
I have been welcomed to GRID Autosport.
Before you start out on your first season, you need to enter your competitor
Ooh, lady,
details.
what are you talking into a tin can? You're very echoey. All right, I've already got that all figured out. You've already should have my nickname. No, kid. Screw that. Lady. Call me Lady. Lady Fingers. Wolf, I don't have a RaceNet account. Maybe that's something I should try out eventually. Because one of the things they have now with RaceNet is you can... And again, kind of, it seems like they're reacting to, say, Drive Club or stuff like that.
XP
You can
is what
set
you
up
need
your
to
own
earn in order to
little
progress
teams, your
through
race
the
teams
disciplines
within
on
the
your way to
RaceNet
the Grid Championships.
system, so maybe I'll have to
The
do
settings
that.
available have an impact on the rate at which you earn XP. You can change
feel
these
like
settings
turning
at any
ABS.
time.
Yeah, I'll take a 2% hit for having ABS on, but everything else I will have off, and the normal race length. And yeah, the career mode seems like it's just straight up racing. You go through the tiers or whatever. There's no more of this weird underlying plot line like the last game had. That one weird financier making this new race series that you have to go around to different countries and recruit racers to race against. And I'm not sure if there's going to be any of those annoying ESPN cutscenes or whatever that was in the back. So that good changes here. Yeah, the in-car view is a little bit disappointing, but overall the changes are pretty good. Let's start a new season.
Each season you select one of 5 disciplines to compete in. Right now, the Grid Championships are locked, but making progress across the other disciplines will gain you entry to these prestigious championships.
Is that the
So,
woman who did
make your first choice.
like the Tomb Raider Lara Croft voice? Sounds very familiar. Generic English girl accent, I guess. Yeah, so pretty similar stuff to that we see in Grid. You have to beat or get so many points in all of the disciplines before you unlock the championship. Not sure how many seasons there are, but I guess we'll find out. There's touring, endurance, open wheel, tuner, and street. Let's just go straight with the beginning.
Touring is high-contact pack racing, where the emphasis is on the ability to overtake with confidence.
That guy's
Competing in
racing with an
cars
airplane. No
closely
fair.
matched specifications, teammates must work together to improve their standings over a championship. Race weekends are often split into multiple rounds at the same location, where grid order is reversed for the second round. These are your available championships. Committing to the longer season will mean more races, but will also earn you more XP for the chosen discipline.
Thank you, Nancy. Okay, and then this thing's unlocked. All right, got it. Yeah, some of the stuff I'm seeing for the first time. 2 events, 3 events, 6 events. Let's ease into this. Let's start with the 2 events.
Here are your first 2 team offers. Once you have chosen, you are with them for the season. The team target is what you need to achieve to fulfill your contract and bring in better offers season after season. Hit the team bonus for even more XP and more lucrative team offers.
Okay, alright. Vehicle setup capability low. But with the Oakley you have no vehicle setup capability. Although they are offering, if you get 5th or above, more monies. So yeah, there's a lot, we're seeing a lot of similarities. The only thing I know about the Forza games are what I've watched Vintage Beef play, so I might not be the best judge here, but really going a little bit more towards Forza. Not to the full customization capabilities of the full Forza. It's maybe like halfway between Forza and Forza Horizon, where Forza Horizon is the really arcade, just jump in the car and drive sort of thing. We're kind of in a middle ground there, which it seems like a pretty steady middle ground. I'm gonna be greedy and go for
Before
Oakley.
you accept an offer from a team, tab through the details for the season ahead to make an informed decision.
Oh, we're making informed decisions. Oh, we've only toggle tabs. Aha! Oh my god. Okay, I'm starting to get confused. I have a teammate, so apparently teammates are a lot more important. I can't really help how he performs unless I just have to avoid taking him out. Okay, so, yeah, okay. I'm not really sure what this means. We're driving a Chevy Cruze, Istanbul, and then Sepang. Okay, yeah, let's start driving. And I got an achievement for that. You've started the game. Congratulations. Achieve get. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Thank you. All right. 2 races.
Okay, let's set the standard right from this first race.
Indeed, yeah, we don't even get to know the names
There's
of our
a bus surrounding
crew.
this guy. Finish ahead of him.
Finish ahead of Diego Gomez. Qualifying is new. I think I'm going to qualify. Also, you can practice. Vehicle tuning, I can't... Yeah, but here's your options for vehicle tuning when they are unlocked, apparently, if you have that type of setup. So yeah, that's a good choice. And I do like that they tell you what each thing does. Vehicle upgrades. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure where that comes into play yet. We'll figure that out eventually. You can change the difficulty settings on the fly, so you're not really stuck with them. And options on the fly. I'll show you this when I do set up my racing wheel and try it out with the racing wheel, but the racing wheel sensitivity options have changed, which is maybe one of the reasons why I'm not sure how to set it up properly. Like, things like linearity used to be, and in all the F1 games and the previous Grid game, used to be on a scale from 0 to 100. Now it is on a scale where 0 is in the center and it's positive and negative 50, and I'm not sure what that means. I used to have it on like positive 7 was my go-to choice, but now I have no idea what to choose. And some things like Dead Zone only go in 5% increments, so strange little annoyances there, but we're doing all right here with the controller, I think. Let's qualify. Qualifying is not something we've done before in Grid. It was not an option.
There's an extra championship point for qualifying in first place.
Okay, thanks. Just a single point? Alright, I'm gonna get out of this in-car view, because it's not too great. I'm also not too confident. Alright, we got 3 laps. Let's just take it easy on this first. Alright, yeah, it seems some games, some racing games, when you go into the in-car view, much like a heads-up display in a first-person shooter, it's not actually, it like renders an entirely new world for you in that heads-up display. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that correctly. It seems here in Grid Autosport, they basically put the player camera inside the in-game car so that there's no additional rendering necessary.
You were slow through Sector 2 compared to the lap leader.
You need to shut your mouth! I'm concentrating and talking to the audience. And it's really disappointing that when I look left and right, I'm still not in the cabin. That is a mistake, in my opinion. And yeah, like I said, these aren't options related. There's no, like, high-res, low-res interior. It's, this is the way the cookie crumbles when you're looking at the in-car view, and it doesn't seem like this is something that's going to change when the full release comes out. Like I said, I am playing this, at least this first video, is with the advanced review copy. Things might change, but I wouldn't expect too much change. I mean, if anything, I would assume they would maybe pump up some of the settings for the review copy to kind of inflate the reviews, but, you know, I don't expect that. I'm not saying Codemasters does that or anything like that. Alright, let's try to be a little bit more risky in this lap. Okay, I've been too risky, Alright, hold on, let me try that whole turn sequence over again. Let me actually change out of this view as well. Whoa, that was weird. Oh my god. That turn gets me every time. Right, I'm gonna try to switch out of this camera if I can get a free thumb. There we go. Alright, I like the far back third-person cameras. There's other people on the track. I must be aware that there are other people on the track. 2 seconds. See, I tried a race on medium difficulty and I absolutely annihilated them. So that's why I started here in hard difficulty. I hope that wasn't a mistake, but I could change that. All it does is, once again, affect your XP bonus. Oh, yep, sorry, no penalty, I will do that properly, I apologize. Whoop. Alright, yes, do like this, and then hit the apex, but don't cut the corner, good lord. I'm a terrible driver.
If you want to take another run at a tough section, then hit the flashback button and select a point to return to.
Thanks, Steve. Oh, that was a worse lap. Good lord.
Last lap, all or nothing.
Let's actually go with the old standby hood view. Pulling out all the stops. Alright, this kind of tightens. Ha! Alright, I didn't go off there, but I think I went too slow. Yeah, the cars really are much more deliberately understeery. Which is better than how quick the drop-off was in Grid 2, where it was like, oh, you're turning the steering wheel? Drift at a 90-degree angle perpendicular to the road. So, yeah, there's a much, much more drastic drop-off, which is good. I do like that change. Oh, that was nice. Okay, there's this hard right coming up, so gotta be aware of that. Don't cut the corner. Very nice. Alright, I feel like that was alright. Go, go, go. Must go faster. Oh, this is a much better lap. Go, go, go. Speed, power! Is this a much better lap? That was sort of a better lap. 8th. Alright, I'll take 8th. I'm okay with 8th. Where's my teammate? I am with Oakley. Oh, Lord, he's in back. He's 15th. Alright, well, at least I'll stay out of your way, Gabriel. Race 1 of 2. 3 laps. It's the same amount of time as was taken with the qualifying. Alright, since we have no adjustments to make to the car, let's just race.
You're in position 8, and your teammate is 15th on the grid.
He's gonna get fired.
This isn't high pressure. Get 5th or better this season.
No pressure, though. You just started 8th. And everybody knows this track much better than you do. Hi! Did you not hear that damage was on full? Alright, at least now I'll have, like, the cues from the drivers in front of me as to the braking points. There we go. Got him on the inside. Okay, I don't got him at all, actually. Just trying to take this lap a little bit easy. Alright, here we go. Come on. We can get him on the straightaway. I need more car underneath me. I'm driving a Chevy Cruze and going up against these guys in BMWs. It ain't right. Mismatched. Oh, late braking, late braking, late braking. Excuse me. Ah, get past. That was a nice apex. And into 7th, alright. I haven't played enough to know if rubber banding is really a thing. I don't remember it being that big of a deal, or at least noticeable in Grid 2. So yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if rubber banding is really an issue. Ah! Oh, hi! I was told in the intro video to this type of racing that this would be high contact. So I'm simply living up to expectations. Woo. Oh, I'm gonna get past. Those were... Yep, that was a terrible series of turns by old KurtJMac. Hey! By the wolf. Ah, you stink. I will not slow down for that series of turns. Get blocked! Oh, I feel I should have been braking much sooner! Flashback! Alright. Nope, not that soon though, good lord. Hi! I'm racing here. Up, 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 up. Maybe hard difficulty is too hard. It's kind of difficult to know what more I could be doing here.
3rd lap now, pick up the pace.
It's kind of interesting. You see that there's an odometer underneath my speed. I don't know if that's going to keep track of how many miles you put on in a particular car throughout the game. That would be interesting to see. Hi! Hold on, I'm gonna have to flashback that. That was just gonna cause problems down the road. Yeah, this series of turns I can get through properly without really braking as much as they do. Hi again. It's me. Remember me? I did a flashback a little bit ago. Dang it! Need more power, Captain! Oh. Don't go into the pits! I'm all over the place. Uh-oh. I don't think so. Is that guy flashing his headlights at me? This guy's crazy!
Nice, you finished ahead of your event rival.
Oh, I did, okay. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I was just trying to get somewhere other than 7th.
You're ahead of your teammate in the driver standings.
Did you tell that to him, to his face? Alright, very interesting indeed. But yeah, to get the main thing, I gotta get 5th or above in the series, and there's only 2 events. So I pretty much, I have to win the next race. I have to win in order to get that extra bump. I'm not sure what, are there any bonuses for the team? If so, my teammate has to pick it up a notch. Can't vehicle tune. Oh, okay. Well, qualifying is only for the first event because your standings are based on your previous... Are they reversed? Is that the rules? There was an option to look at the rules, but yeah, that would... Yeah. Well, it kind of sucks for me because I'm...
You're in position 10,
actually...
and your teammates on pole.
Because he stinks! Oh, okay. Well, this will be interesting. This actually might turn things around for old KurtJMac. Wolf. Is this the same track? No, it's not. Not the same track at all. No! Yeah, I guess I was. Alright, stewards, I'll give you that one. Ow. Getting pummeled. Whoa, yes. Hey, let me back on the road, thank you. I'm trying to get a little bit more smooth with my thumbstick controls. You might be able to tell from the hood view that I'm a little bit twitchy. Oh, I'm being spun. I've spun somebody. Ha ha ha! See you later, jerk-ass. I hope you weren't my teammates. Alright. Everybody just concentrate. Oh, this is the same track, just kind of a different layout. Not over the white lines. That was totally a legal move. Not really feeling like drafting is a thing. They are pulling away from me quite readily. I mean, it might be a thing, but certainly not in these cars on this track. Hi! That's another thing I gotta watch out for is damage. Alright, woo! We're doing alright. Of course... Aw, boo! With the penalties, I was pushed. Alright, this whole reverse order thing really helps me out. Although now, all the really fast cars are right behind me.
2 laps left.
Is that my teammate up front? Yeah, Diego! Go, Diego! Go, Diego, go. Oh, guy. There we go, that's how you take that sequence. Oh, he's spinning me out. Hi. Yeah, I wish the look left and look right actually moved your camera left and right, because I kind of lose perspective when just suddenly the camera changes. Ah. Okay, we got a nice gap. Dat gap. Between us and the guys behind. Alright, there's another lap. So I just take this guy out so it can just be me and Diego? I don't know what the breaking point for this turn is, really. Alright. Teammates! Uh-oh, they've caught us! Diego! I'm gonna have to pass you, I'm so sorry.
3rd lap, just 2 positions to take.
Whoa. We're alright. It's a little grassy. Diego, careful, don't spin me or anything. Oh, Diego is dropping like a fly. Good, didn't set up right for that turn too well. Come on, Emil Bjorklund. Bjorklund. Bjork. Yes! Oh, I got... Oh, dang it. I skid too much coming out of that turn, and that really slowed me down. You can do it! Get a win! I'm not really feeling any drafting effects. Oh, here we go. Maybe a little bit. Oh, God, your tail lights are out, man. I might have to flash back that. No? Okay, I'm still ahead of him. That's good. Oh, wait, I'm gonna flash back that. That's for sure. I saw that coming before I even did it. Nice. Alright. Woo! A win! A win! Winner, winner, chicken dinner! I don't know what happened to Gomez.
Your event rival will be replaying that over and over. Great win.
Thanks, Dad. Whoa, they're angry about it too.
Same can't be said about your teammate.
Oh God, he went all the way. Wait, where is he? No, he's 7th. No, wait, Gabriel. I thought Diego was my... I'm confused. Who's my teammate? Didn't he start in first? Oh, here I was rooting for Diego, and he wasn't even my teammate. Screw you, Diego. Do not go, Diego. Second overall. But we got, event 1 of 2. Oh. Wait, what? I'm confused about this whole event setup. Bling! Oh, was that it? I'm confused. Finish 3 places higher than your starting position in a race event. I did that, didn't I? Alright, so I got some points. I'm not sure what you exchange points for. I'm assuming it's just to unlock the next tier of events. 7,260 XP. The difficulty bonus helps. And, okay. I understand some of those numbers. Oh, okay. No, this is interesting. Okay, so one event was 2 rounds at that one track where we flip-flop the standings. So this next event is going to be another 2 races. Wow, okay. I like this, honestly. It gives you a chance to learn the course.
We're currently 5th in
as
the
opposed to in Grid 2, it was basically...
where we need to be.
Now you've been thrust into the Norwegian Alps. Good luck not throwing yourself off a cliff every single turn. Alright, okay. I like this. I like this a lot. So yeah, I suppose another question, if I'm going to be reviewing with this review copy of Grid Autosport, people might say, should I buy this game? It is $50. If you had Grid 2, you got like $5 off, which is kind of like, oh, thanks, kind of thing. With a pre-order, I'm not sure how good of a deal that was. Steam Summer Sale is happening at the moment that this game is released as well, which is kind of a... I'm not sure if that was an intentional thing on Codemasters' part. I'm not sure if this is going to be on sale once it gets fully released. I doubt it. Again, I'm recording this before release day, but if you don't already own Grid 2 and you're looking for a decent but easy to handle and grasp racing game, and you don't want to go full out on Assetto Corsa, you know, you're not that you're not that into the simulator stuff, then yeah, by all means, I can recommend this for a PC racing game. There's really not that many great choices, especially from AAA producers, than you can get here. Obviously, people might say, well, you know, Grid 2 is cheaper. Obviously, it's been out for a while. I'll just buy that instead of the full price Grid Autosports. I honestly wouldn't, from my own perspective, recommend that, because you know, you might not have as enjoyable of an experience as you might have with this game if if you are more of a fan of, say, the arcade racers,
Slow through sector 2 compared to the lap leader.
the Need for Speeds type of games, then sure, go ahead and buy Grid 2, save a couple bucks. But otherwise, I would recommend this over Grid 2 any day. At least from, you know, this... I haven't played the entire game. I haven't played the multiplayer yet. I don't know everything and anything about this game, but from this early access perspective that I have in it, I would definitely recommend GRID Autosport over and instead of Grid 2.
Last lap, let's push
Now,
to the back.
if you already own Grid 2 and have played Grid 2 and were moderately disappointed with Grid 2, as I was, you might want to wait for this to be on sale, simply because, as you can already tell, it's the same engine. No real overall or at all improvements to the graphics, to, like I said, the racing engine. The handling engine, definitely improvements. So they've basically recycled the assets from Grid 2 and are releasing this new game, you know, less than a year after Grid 2 was released, which is apparently a trend here in modern day gaming. I'm looking at you, Battlefield Hardline, to reuse assets from previous games and repackage them as full price, brand new titles. So I don't know, it just depends, I suppose, on what your budget is. If you can afford to drop the 50 bucks or whatever on GRID Autosport because you enjoy games, racing games so much, then by all means do. If you want to wait because you feel it might not be 100% worth the 100% price, because it is... I wouldn't call it an expansion pack, but it isn't really that newish of an experience from Grid 2. If you've already played that, then maybe you want to wait a little bit. I'm not sure. That'd be up to you. But yay, we qualified 6. We're doing a little bit better. This is a little bit of an easier track. It's very flat. There's not too many of the hills and ups and downs. Oh, there's another Kurt. There's another Kurt. There's a German named Kurt. The Germans. It is a German name that's very understandable. Take a sip of water. And there's 4 laps. Okay, it's a shorter track, but there's 4 laps. And gosh, it's a real... Do I want to finish in the middle of the pack here? Just so that I'll have an okay starting position for the next race? Strategy.
You've got to place ahead of Nathan McCain.
Let's try this view really quick. It's kind of weird. I do feel like I'm, you know, driving like a grandma with my head over the steering wheel. Yeah, I really can't tell where my hood begins. Yeah, that, I'm not, you know, I'm okay with the blurry in-car view, but I would rather that the glance left and glance right kept you inside the car. That would be, you know, that would really make it, okay, then I could say, yes, this is an in-car view as opposed to just the front-facing, blurry Vaseline on your helmet visor view of the in-car view. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Not a fan! Hi. Oopsies. Okay, you can take out that pylon without being called for a penalty. Get messed up. Yeah, this view moves fluidly around your car. I don't know why. I don't know why the in-car or the hood views don't do that. Oh. I'm also not sure about, you know, we obviously don't have cars in our garage or anything like that, so it doesn't seem like paint scheme is the thing, you know, customization in that regard, like in Grid 2, which I've never wasted too much time on. Simply, in real life, the driver, if you're a race car driver, you don't get to pick what your car looks like. It's the sponsors and your team, you know? So it's a little bit more, I suppose, realistic in that regard. I think going forward. I don't know if some of that unlocks. Same thing a little bit with the upgrades and customization. That's more of a...
Go through the halfway point.
If you're on a race team, you know, the mechanic's point of view is somebody who does that. I'm sure maybe the driver gives guidance or gives input, obviously, on the setup as to how they like the car or not, but overall, I enjoy the more realistic, race-centric setting, plotline, I suppose, just environment that this game has over the previous. And I don't want to say I told you so, but I, throughout the entire Grid 2 series, was getting a lot of flack for the flack I was giving to Codemasters on how very unimpressed I was with the arcade nature of the game. Oh, you know, the YouTube comments. I won't even try to imitate them, just the YouTube comments that I get, and here is a direct evidence of how that actually makes a difference, even, you know, not just with indie games where you can obviously interface directly with the developers, the people coding the game, but in a bigger AAA title here, the feedback is what they listen to and what they've directly in their blog post said. Hey, we listened to the feedback about the previous Grid games, and we're adjusting things and coming out with this new game based on, you know, a lot of that feedback that we've gotten. Could they have gone further and come out with a completely new game? Probably, with, you know, a better interior view, a different engine, you know, better graphics that directly compete with games like Assetto Corsa and Project Cars. That would have taken an additional 2 years, maybe, but, oh god. You know, but they've chosen to do this, and I applaud them, and I am kind of back and forth about those recommendations I gave at the beginning of the game as to whether or not to buy it. I want this to be more successful than Grid 2, so that Codemasters has the direct information to say, yes, these are the types of games our players want, and instead of saying, well, Grid 2 made more money than Grid Autosport, so we'll just go back to making Grid 2 style games again. So yeah, I do definitely. It's a torn. I am torn between two opinions here. I want to be like, yes, buy this game, support this type of racing game, but at the same time, I want to give you guys, you know, an informed decision, informed advice. You know, I realize not everybody can just drop $50 at the drop of a hat just because they want to support a certain type of gameplay. So, yeah, I'm not. I meant to start off this video by saying my channel, you guys generally aren't here for reviews. I'm not Total Biscuit. I'm not somebody who is a journalist who does game reviews. I don't give scores. I don't say thumbs up, thumbs down, buy, don't. Well, I kind of do say buy, don't buy, but you know, I am definitely a Let's Player and an entertainer on the stage of video games. But you know, in this case, this is kind of the first time. I'm hitting the big time now. This is kind of the first time I've actually been given a review copy of a game. I've been given early access, I've been given free codes to play on the channel, but especially from a AAA style title like this, it's the first time I've been given an advanced review copy and been under like a non-disclosure agreement to not discuss or review footage or screenshots or anything before a specific time. So, you know, I just feel like it's a little bit of my duty, but you know, it's, you know, might as well hand out a little bit of advice to the people who watch the channel. This is going to be a long video. I kinda, you know, it'll remain to be seen, but going back to what I was talking about with criticizing, giving constructive criticism and making your voice heard about the games we play, this makes me a little bit optimistic, but I would really hope that the same you know, I can also be proven right when it comes to the next Tomb Raider game, because I really bashed that game pretty hard, and for my opinion, deservedly so. I really hope that the next game, Tomb Raider game, it's been announced at E3, takes into account the the player feedback, the gamer feedback. I am not too sure of that. Hey guy, don't spin me out. I'm not too sure of that simply because it sold so well. And in the grand scheme of things, they're gonna listen to where the money is. Yeah, I feel the hood view. I used to play a lot of racing games in the third-person view, but for whatever reason, I can't seem to get. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Can't seem to get a handle on it. Oh, 3 wide. I kind of helped that guy out by giving him a push. No penalty. All right. All right, what do we got? 2 more laps to go.
3rd lap now. Pick up the pace.
I'm picking up the pace. Oh, up.
Caution. We've had a spin out on track.
Oh, hey, free position to take. Thanks. Let me see if I can do this. There's also, if you hit the D-pad on your controller, you can kind of like talk to your crew. One of them is like...
No mechanical faults, just a few knocks.
You click left on your D-pad, and it'll give you an update as to your condition.
Looks like Nathan McCain has crashed.
Is that a guy I was worried about for points, or... I think you can also get information about your teammate. What is that?
Your teammate is at the back of the pack. It's up to you to bring the points in, and you're 7 seconds ahead of them.
No pressure! Only you can prevent forest fires. Blah! Don't cut the corner. Dang, this guy is really being tough on me.
Nathan McCain is near the back of the pack.
Is that like my top opponents?
They're right in front of you.
What was that? Where are the other cars?
Final lap. Aim to break into the top 3.
I'll try. This guy's giving me a block job. Block job! Whoa! Place my in 5th? That ain't too great. Ah! Oh, here we go. Good exit. Blah, blah. Words. Oh my gosh, you guys stop on a dime. 4th, that's good. Oh, yeah, they tend to cut in pretty... Oh, you messed up there, son. That was kind of a cheaty move, I think, but we're all right. Where's that guy? Oh, he fell way back. 3rd, I'll take 3rd. Diego! Diego, I thought you were on my team, but you're not.
Well done.
Oh, my car's all bashed to hell.
We haven't made the team target. Next season, we need to go for it.
What was that? Was it to beat Diego? Was that the thing? Oh, I won that round. Take that. Take it. To the bank by 1 point. Woo! But our team target... Was that what we were supposed to do? Was like make a team target? Well, my teammate was dragging us all down. All right. I beat Diego once. I improved. Drive 40 miles in a race event. How am I supposed to? How am I supposed to get that? It's kind of a set distance. I'm not going to take the long way around, so I could race 40 miles and finish ahead of your teammate. That was fairly easy. Let's see what else we got here. Blah, 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 blah. Bunch of XP. Gonna level up. Level up! Eventually. End of Season 1.
Tough season. Not a total loss, though. Getting your team bonus still goes some way to getting better offers through.
But the teammate, you should be talking to him, not me. It's a little bit of a jip. I'm a little bit disappointed that there isn't a co-op mode, since they are kind of focusing on teammates and stuff like that. I wish Codemasters, I'm not sure how popular it is in their F1 series or whatnot, but I wish Codemasters would have included in, speaking of suggesting what features you want in video games, like a co-op. I know there's multiplayer, but that's just kind of versus. I wish there was a co-op mode where somebody like us, Beef and I, could do like a full career mode in co-op. That would be cool. Just saying. Just saying. first. We got first on hard difficulty. I think that's a good difficulty. We're gonna skip. We're gonna stay with that. Oh, and here's the whole progress thing. Wow. Yeah, this is a lot more similar-ish, not the same, but similar-ish to Toka Race Driver 3 from what I can remember.
Take a look at your team offers. By completing the team target, you make yourself a desirable prospect for bigger teams.
Thanks, lady. So yeah, hour-long video for this first premiere of GRID Autosport. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're all right with all of the talkiness and kind of reviewiness. Like I said, I felt it a little bit necessary since Codemasters were kind enough to give me a key to review this, and we will continue playing in future episodes here as the game gets released today. And yeah, I hope it succeeds, because this is the type of direction I want racing games to go. Yes, I love simulators. I love the racing wheel and things like Assetto Corsa and those type of games, but I also do feel like there is a place for a not so hardcore, intense, full-on simulator type of game, because this is a lot more inclusive. We can have a lot more fun with multiplayer. Obviously, we played a lot with Co and Beef and Biffa and Avidia and people like that, so hopefully we can get a lot of that going as well. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much to, once again, Codemasters for the review copy. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time.